flavor through your stereo.
Oh.
It's naturally hilarious.
Hilarious.
Funny.
Hey y'all, this is Cece from Naturally Hilarious, and this is our first segment called Speaking to the Mic. Now, Speaking to the Mic is about young people that we wanted to highlight who are impacting society in a positive way. So I'm sitting here with Gabrielle Hicks, who is the founder of Queen's Column. Now, about Queen's Column, if you notice, like if you follow us on Instagram, you'll find that we always tag Queen's Column because she gave us our first shot by doing a blog on Naturally Hilarious. That was pretty dope. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, no problem at all.
So for those who don't know about Queen's Column, why don't you let them know what it's about, how you created it? Go ahead and set it off for us.
Okay, well, I got the vision from God of Queen's Column a little bit over a year and a half ago. I had been praying and fasting on this thing, and the way it came about is I feel like with women, we feel like we're so much more different than we are alike.
Okay.
A lot of times, especially through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of these social media networks, we do a lot of comparing, and we compare ourselves in the ways that make us different instead of our similarity. I wanted to create a network and a platform for women to be able to come for the online magazine and to be able to tell other women, it's okay, I've gone through this before. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about it. I know other women are struggling and dealing with the same things I'm going through, so you don't have to worry about trying to put on a front for me.
Exactly.
Because I know how you feel. I've been there.
And I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of, especially when it comes to females, like, I'll just watch young women how they have to alter their picture, how they have to make it look like, ooh, we out having a ball, when really you just standing in a closet making it. And it's kind of like, I'm just glad that you said that, because somebody needs to hear that, so they can be like, it's okay to be myself.
But you know, Queen's Column is ultimately about living for yourself,
Exactly.
celebrating yourself, living up to your own expectations, you know, living up to what you think about yourself, and most importantly, what God thinks about you. You know, that's important. That's all that matters.
And you're a humble, sweet person who, I just love Goob. I love her. I call her Pumpkin Cheeks. Now, a lot of people don't know this, so I'm gonna let y'all in on some tea. Gabby, why don't you tell them what God has told you to do, and why now it just feels right and you're comfortable with it? Because I personally, there's no way I would have done what you did. But I know you believe in God. This woman right here reads the word, know the word, eat the word, sleep the word, breathe the word, pee the word. It don't matter. She do it all. So let them know what you have done.
Okay, well, I would say around August of last year, I kind of fell into a bit of a stupor. Because like I said, you know, being on social media and seeing that everybody else was doing what they love to do, and it seemed like they had their dream jobs and was just traveling the world, and I got depressed. And I wanted that life. I was like, I'm just sick of working a 9 to 5. Like, there has to be something more. It got to the point where I just was waking up every day. I didn't want to go to work. And when I was at work, I didn't want to be there. And I had gone into a season of praying and fasting.
Okay.
Just fasting, laying on my face in prayer. And I had been asking God, I said, God, I know that you have something greater for me. This cannot be it. I know you didn't bring me this far to just leave me where I am. And you know I'm unhappy with what I'm doing for a career. So I need you to give me some type of guidance. And he had, clear as day, he was telling me, it's time to move on. He said, it's time to leave your job. It's time to move on. So, of course, I'm hard-headed.
Okay.
You know, I'm thinking, well, God, I got bills. God, I make good money, you know, working at the bank. Like, why would I leave, you know? And I was like, well, hopefully things will get better. Hopefully things will get better. So, you know, God was like, you need to go, you need to go. So as time went on, it did get a little better at my job. So I kind of left it alone. So then I ended up having to leave my job anyway. And when you're not obedient to, you know, what God says, he will forcefully remove you from your situation. So he did, with me being hard-headed and not willing to leave on my own. You know, certain situations happened, so I ended up having to leave anyway. And it was so funny because when I was leaving, I was like, okay, God, like, I see what you doing here. You know, I wasn't obedient in the beginning, so, you know, now's your chance. I'm going to completely surrender myself to you, and whatever you'll have me to do and whatever you need me to do at Queen's Column, I'll do. And the funny thing about it was, the day before I ended up leaving my job, I was published to a website. So it was just really funny how all that worked out. I was so excited. My friend had actually just did a spread on me on her women's blog called Window Seat for Queens.
Okay.
Shout out to Janae. So it was just so funny, and I had been getting so much great feedback. So I was like, God is really trying to line this thing up for me. So it was perfect the way it happened. But you know, just the word of advice: be obedient to the word of God. Be obedient to the will of God, because He will always. He knows the plans that He has for you, and He says it in His word, and we have to trust that. We do. That's why He gonna sit you in a timeout.
Right. So what is the purpose for Queen's Column?
Purpose for Queen's Column is to inspire. Purpose for Queen's Column is to motivate. Is to strengthen. Is to be supportive to every woman. For love. For your spirits to be uplifted. For your confidence to be rebuilt if it was shattered by the way society has, by the thoughts that society has put into your head, for your confidence to be rebuilt, for you to feel a part of something, for you to know that you're greater than what the world makes you out to be.
Come on, somebody.
Preach.
Okay, and I love it. Preach. She's so cute with it. Preach. I love preach. What do you hope Queen's Column can contribute to society? So what do you think?
Like I said before, confidence building. Ultimately, you know, I'm a firm believer in Christ. You know, my faith is everything to me. So to let women understand, to help women understand that we are such virtuous creatures. You know, Queen's Column, it started off as a women's online magazine and like an open diary for any woman to share her story. But now we're doing a lot of different events, just like the event that you all were at today.
Celebrating her.
Hashtag celebrating her, yeah. So that was an event for just women to get together and to inspire and to empower each other, and to let each other know that, to let each other know that, you know, I'm your support system. Whatever you need, I got you. I'm here.
Okay.
You know, so just to kind of get women to love on each other instead of bashing each other. So I would love for Queen's Column to be more of a movement than anything.
Okay. In 5 years, where would you like Queen's Column to be? How do you want it to evolve? Like,
I would love, it's something I'm praying on, but I would love to have a Queen's Column in different chapters, like in different states.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to branch out and do that, and possibly have conferences. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. We're gonna have conferences in different states.
Come on.
We're gonna have chapters in different states.
Book flights now.
You know, you're so silly. So yeah, I want to put it out there in the atmosphere.
Okay. So, you know, we went to Celebrating Her today. Me and Pillow really did love it. We love the atmosphere. Is there anything coming up in this month or next month? Tell us about that.
Yeah, the next couple of months I'm actually partnering with a few other brands. I have an event coming up, and that one is called Cringe Fitspo, and I'm doing that with my friend Carla Hodge and my friend Reagan Hales.
Okay.
And that's going to be a Fitspo event that we're having going on at Chavis Heights Park in Raleigh. And we're going to have different vendors and sponsors come out to sell their health products, whether it be Herbalife or whatever it is. And then we're going to have a boot camp as well. So that should be fun. Yeah.
Wow, so you getting these ladies in the tip-top
in shape. You got to be in shape for the summertime.
And you're an empowering woman,
Yeah.
so I know
Oh,
it's going to
you
be
so
like, oh, Gabby's out here with me.
I'm trying. I'm going to try. And then another event that we're having going on is called The Awakening. Is pretty much highlighting African American art and also African art. Yeah, and to tie the current events, the things that are going on today with the African American culture, and teaming up with other ethnic backgrounds and nationalities to figure out how can we make things better through the universal language of art.
Okay.
So we're gonna have performers there, performing arts, culinary arts, anything dealing with the arts, photography, dance, drama, anything.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's gonna be a really, really big event. We're hoping to get we're planning to have a really, really large turnout.
All I would have to say is that I have to be in the building for that one.
Yeah,
Because that's empowering right now, like that. Gabby, when I was being nosy in your room, you know.
Ha! You're being nosy in my
I was, you know, I had to look. You know, that's how you can tell how the person is, you know, by their room. You know, the room speaks
Oh my God.
personality. So
Don't call me out.
I ain't gonna call you. Yeah. You know, you like to read, and I did even see a post that you put up with just stacks and stacks of books.
Oh God.
So
Yes.
either you could tell me your favorite author, or you could tell me your favorite book. It doesn't matter, but I just need to know who keeps you in the books. Who?
Oh my gosh. It's so funny because that stack of books that you saw, this warehouse on Brentwood, they were giving away books for $1. So I was like, there was no way I'm gonna pass up on this. Like, as much as I love to read, so I was just in there pulling books off the shelf. Some of them books I didn't even know what they were. I pulled it off and I was like, okay, the cover looks great. Put it in the bag.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I love to read. The book that I'm actually finishing up right now is The Wait, by Megan Good and Devon Franklin. It's a great book, and you know, it's not just about finding the one, but it's about your waiting period and allowing God to grow and manifest on the inside of you, and allowing Him to help you learn more about who you are as a person, help you, you know, get in a straightaway of your path for your career, to set you up for success. So all of these things. So I love the fact that it wasn't just about finding a relationship.
Yeah, typical.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I know that's why a lot of women got the book.
Yeah. It's alright. Like it's alright to be in your singleness, in your moment of singleness.
Yeah, and your season of singleness is a blessing. It
That's
can
what I
be,
think.
depending on how you use it.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite books, actually I have a few. The Cook Up.
The Cook Up.
Yes. I consider him to be a big brother, D. Watkins.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Baltimore, Maryland, and he's an awesome writer and author. And another one of my big brothers, M.K. Asante, Buck.
I actually read that one.
It's so funny. I know a lot of people, when you watch The Breakfast Club, you can see his book like in the back corner. So,
Really? Wow, okay.
All right, we're going to
Play a game called This or That. So let's get right into it, Miss Gabrielle.
All right.
All right. Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
New Jack City or Paid in Full?
Paid in Full.
All right. The Wood or Best Man?
The Wood.
Kendrick or J. Cole?
Absolutely not. Will not answer that question.
Petty.
I love both of them. No, will not answer that question.
I won't let you do that. Okay.
They are wonderful though.
They are. Now, to relieve stress, would you scream or cry?
Cry.
Cry. Country or the city?
Country. I'm a country girl. I'm a bumpkin, duh. Listen to me. Goodness.
All right. New York or Cali?
Cali. Warm.
All right. Sudoku or crossword puzzles?
Sudoku.
Okay. That's crazy. I'll just pick a crossword puzzle. Visual learner or auditory?
Visual.
Basketball or football?
Basketball.
All right. Kindle or hardback?
Hardback.
All right. What would you name your alter ego?
Gladys.
You
I'm
old.
old acting.
You old.
I'm old. Put me in a nice warm place with a blanket and some tea and a book, and I'm good. And a candle too. And I'm
Okay.
good. I'm good for the rest of the night. I don't go out. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I just want to be comfortable.
Because I'm trying to figure out how this would play out. Like, Beyonce is what Sasha Fierce. So
Yeah.
she be ready. So it's like, Gladys. Like, that's how you would be. Like,
Well, that fits more of my personality, but you, like, as far as an alter ego when it comes to Queen,
Yeah.
call them like the grind, the hustle.
yeah, let me.
The hustle.
You don't got nothing.
Sasha Fierce is such a name.
Yeah.
I don't have a
I got
name
you.
like that. But I'm gonna think of one.
Okay, we might have to
But
stop.
Gladys
laughing.
fits like my personality,
It
just
really
on a
does.
daily basis.
Blankets, tea, that.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a favorite quote?
Every rose has thorns. I don't remember who said it, but I love that quote.
I might have to steal.
I love that quote.
Now, would you rather someone to show up to your wedding or funeral?
Show up my funeral. If it were up to me, I'd elope. But you know, you have the wedding for your family members and stuff. But if it were up to me, I would do it by myself. It's such a sacred thing, and I want it to stay special instead of trying to, you know, appease people with your decorations. It
Yeah.
turns into a circus after a while. So yeah, come to the funeral, because the funeral is for the people that's still there. I've gone on.
Yeah.
So
I understand. Yes, ma'am. Would you rather mentally age or physically age?
I would rather mentally age. Number one, because you want to stay looking young, and number two, I feel like with age comes wisdom. Depending on the way the way you feed your mind and the things that you do and the way you live your life. So I would love to mentally age instead. Yeah.
Okay, girl, I see you. All right, now would you rather go back in time and meet your ancestors or go to the future and meet your great-grandkids?
I would like to leave things to surprise. So I would rather not go into the future. I would rather go back to the past.
Exactly.
See if they have any words of wisdom for me, or anything that I can take back with me when I go back to the present. But yeah, I would love to leave the stuff like my grandkids and great-grandkids. I would love to just wait and see.
Okay. And last but not least, Miss Gabrielle said that she would save a piece for me, so I'm excited to hear this. It's so petty, y'all. It's so petty. You don't want to sing? And that, people, is our conclusion. That is this or that. Thank y'all for watching. And Miss Gabrielle, you got anything else to say?
Please be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and continue to support. And we'll be glad to have you a part of our family.
It's naturally hilarious.
Mellow.
It's naturally hilarious.
CC.
Kicking down your door, spitting hot flavor through your stereo.
Oh.
It's naturally hilarious.
Hilarious.